List of universities in Canada.
The Association of Universities and Colleges of Canada, an organization composed of Canadian universities, defines two distinct types of post-secondary institutions in Canada: universities and colleges. Universities grant university degrees, which include bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degrees. And colleges, also known as community colleges, provide diplomas. Canada's post-secondary opportunities revolve around a wide range of university options. Throughout Canada's 13 provinces and territories, there are 98 universities to choose from. With a population of over 34 million as of 2012, 1.8 million are enrolled in a specific university. This averages out to 25,000 students per university. Programs are offered to graduating high school students through choice. However, students must maintain specific entering averages, which generally range from 65 to 85%, depending on criteria set by the chosen university. On-campus residences are available at 95% of universities in Canada. Most include a meal plan and general utilities. Residence is optional at all post-secondary campuses. Degree programs last 4 years in addition to possible co-op opportunities and college affiliation for a hands-on approach to programs. Tuition is based on program material and content, which varies in price. A first-year student will experience a broad range of courses, while program-specific courses begin in Year 2, based on internal university acceptance. In other words, a set GPA, grade point average, must be achieved in order to advance.
Universities by province. Alberta.
Post-secondary education in Alberta is regulated by the Ministry of Enterprise and Advanced Education. There are 6 universities in Alberta, 11 public colleges, 2 polytechnical institutes, which grant degrees, and 7 private colleges, all of which grant degrees. Most private colleges refer to themselves as university colleges, but are not legally universities, although they grant equivalent degrees. Edmonton, the province's capital city, is home to the University of Alberta, the province's oldest and largest university, and Grant Missouan University. There are also 2 universities in Calgary, University of Calgary and Mount Royal University, although the University of Lethbridge has a campus downtown as well. In 2009, a bill was passed by the Alberta legislature that allowed the 2 public colleges that offered degrees, Missouan College in Edmonton and Mount Royal College in Calgary, to rename themselves universities. Mount Royal College was renamed Mount Royal University on September 3, 2009, and Grant Missouan College became Grant Missouan University on September 24, 2009.
British Columbia.
There are 11 public universities and 4 private universities in British Columbia. 7 of these universities, Capilano University, Emily Carr University of Art and Design, Fairleigh Dickinson University, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, Trinity Western University, Simon Fraser University, and the University of British Columbia, are in the Metro Vancouver region, the most populated region of British Columbia, and 4 of them, Vancouver Island University, Royal Roads University, the University of Victoria, and the University Canada West, are on Vancouver Island. The University of Northern British Columbia houses a main campus in Prince George, with regional campuses in Quesnel, Terrace and Fort St. John. 2 public universities, Capilano University and Kwantlen Polytechnic University, and 1 private university, Quest University, are primarily undergraduate institutions. The oldest university in the province is the University of British Columbia, established in 1908. 5 institutions in British Columbia were officially designated as universities on September 1, 2008, Capilano University, Emily Carr University of Art and Design, Kwantlen Polytechnic University, the University of the Fraser Valley, and Vancouver Island University. University enrollment in British Columbia ranges from Quest University with 350 students to the University of British Columbia with 45,484 students. The biggest provider of online and distance education in BC is Thompson Rivers University, Open Learning, TOUOL. With over 400 individual courses and more than 57 programs available for completion by distance and online learning, students can take a variety of programs such as adult secondary school completion, certificates and diplomas, including advanced and post-baccalaureate, associate degrees, and bachelor's degrees. Considering distance students, Thompson Rivers University's enrollment is 22,036, 8964 of which is distance.
Manitoba.
There are 7 universities in Manitoba, which are under the responsibility of the Ministry of Advanced Education and Literacy. 5 of these universities, Booth University College, Canadian Mennonite University, the University of Manitoba, the University of Winnipeg, and the Université de Saint-Boniface, are in Winnipeg, the capital and largest city in the province. The Université de Saint-Boniface, established in 1818, is the oldest university in the province and is the only French-language university in Western Canada. Booth University College, formed in 1982, is one of the newest. University enrollment in Manitoba ranges from Booth University College with 300 students to the University of Manitoba with 26,800 students.
New Brunswick.
There are 8 chartered universities in New Brunswick. 4 public universities, governed by the Ministry of Post-Secondary Education, Training and Labour, and 4 private institutions including an online university. New Brunswick holds the distinctions of having the first English-language university in Canada and the first public university in North America, the University of New Brunswick. And also the first university in the British Empire to have awarded a bachelor's degree to a woman, Mount Allison University, in 1875. St. Thomas University and University of New Brunswick have campuses in the province's capital of Fredericton, and UNB also maintains a campus in St. John. St. Thomas University is the only public university in the province that does not offer graduate-level programs. Established in 1785, the University of New Brunswick is the oldest public in the province, and the Université de Moncton is the newest, formed in 1963. Public university enrollment ranges from Mount Allison University with 2,486 students to the University of New Brunswick with 10,587 students. Of the 3 private universities, Crandall University is the largest with enrollment expected to reach 1,200.
Newfoundland and Labrador.
The Degree Granting Act of Newfoundland and Labrador regulates degree-granting universities in the province. The only university in Newfoundland and Labrador, Memorial University of Newfoundland, has campuses in 2 cities, in St. John's, the capital of Newfoundland and Labrador, and on the west coast of the province, in Corner Brook. With 18,172 enrolled students, it is the largest university in Atlantic Canada.
Nova Scotia.
There are 10 universities in Nova Scotia. 6 of these, the Atlantic School of Theology, Dalhousie University, Mount St. Vincent University, the NSCAD University, St. Mary's University, and the University of King's College, are located in the Halifax Regional Municipality, which is the capital of Nova Scotia and the largest urban area in Atlantic Canada. The oldest university in the province is the University of King's College, established in 1789, and the newest is Cape Breton University, established in 1974. University student enrollment in Nova Scotia ranges from 125 students at the Atlantic School of Theology to more than 18,000 at Dalhousie University. Several universities in Nova Scotia have strong religious connections. The University of King's College, originally founded in Windsor, was the first college to obtain university powers in British North America, at a time when Upper Canada had no government of its own. It has always remained under the control of the Church of England. Dalhousie University, originally known as Dalhousie College, was established in Halifax in 1820 with the help of the Presbyterian Church, and Acadia University was founded by Baptists. Catholics formed St. Mary's University, Mount St. Vincent University, and St. Francis Xavier University.
Ontario.
There are 23 publicly funded universities in the Canadian province of Ontario that are post-secondary education institutions with degree-granting authority. There are also 17 privately funded, religious universities. Each of these institutions were either established through an act of the Legislative Assembly or through a royal charter. Students apply to public universities in Ontario through the Ontario Universities Application Centre. The oldest university, the University of Toronto, was established in 1827, and the newest university, Algoma University, was established in 2008. The largest university in terms of enrollment is the University of Toronto, which has campuses in 3 locations: St. George Campus, the university's main campus, Scarborough Campus, and Mississauga Campus.
Prince Edward Island.
There is one university in Prince Edward Island that is authorized to grant degrees. Higher education in the province falls under the jurisdiction of the Higher Education and Corporate Services branch within the Department of Education and Early Childhood Development. The only university in the province, the University of Prince Edward Island, is in the province's capital of Charlottetown. The institution resulted from an amalgamation of Prince of Wales College, a former university college founded in 1834, and St Dunstan's University, founded in 1855.
Quebec.
There are 18 universities in the largely French-speaking Canadian province of Quebec, all of them accredited by the Conference des Recteurs et des Principaux des Universités du Québec. Of the 17 universities, only 3 are Anglophone: Concordia University, McGill University and Bishop's University. The rest, 15, are Francophone: École de Technologie Supérieure, École Polytechnique de Montréal, HEC Montréal, Université de Montréal, and Université du Québec à Montréal, are located in Montreal. In Montreal, the most populated city in Quebec, and 4 of them, École nationale d'administration publique, Institut national de la recherche scientifique, TELUQ and Université Laval, are based in Quebec City, the province's capital. The Institut national de la recherche scientifique and École nationale d'administration publique do not offer undergraduate-level programs. The oldest university in the province is Université Laval, established in 1663. 2 institutions, both established in 1974, are the most recently designated universities in Quebec: École de Technologie Supérieure, which is part of the Université du Québec network, and Concordia University. University enrollment in the province of Quebec ranges from the Institut national de la recherche scientifique with 480 students to the Université de Montréal with 55,540 students, but this figure actually includes HEC and Polytechnique, which are officially distinct universities.
Saskatchewan.
There are 3 universities in Saskatchewan. The government of Saskatchewan must establish statutes individually to degree-granting universities. These statutes outline the authority of each institution, their regulations, and bylaws. The First Nations University of Canada and the University of Regina are both in Regina, the province's capital, and the University of Saskatchewan is in Saskatoon, the most populous city in Saskatchewan. The University of Saskatchewan is the oldest university in the province, founded in 1907, and the First Nations University of Canada is the newest, established in 1976. The University of Saskatchewan is also the largest university in Saskatchewan with 18,620 students, and the First Nations University of Canada, FNUC, is the smallest with 840 students. The First Nations University is the only Canadian university that caters to the needs of First Nations students. It was originally called the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nations, and once formed, it entered into a federated agreement with the University of Regina to create the Saskatchewan Indian Federated College, SIFC. This agreement allowed FNUC to become an independently administered university college that served First Nations students. The First Nations University of Canada is the only university in the province that does not offer graduate-level programs.
Accreditation.
Unlike the United States, Canada does not have national accreditation organizations for its universities. After the Simon Fraser clan became the first non-American teams to join the American National Collegiate Athletic Association, in 2008 the university applied to the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities, which accredits universities in the northwest of the United States. According to Simon Fraser, U.S. accreditation will simplify our relationships with U.S. institutions, including government, foundations and collegiate sports associations, and enhance the value of an SFU degree for alumni abroad and for international students returning home.
List of private universities in Canada.